idea that I got to play a character that was madly in love.
And it was great, a really good actor, Eric Stoltz, but it just didn't work out letting you do it if you want to do it. So read the script. And I picked up the envelope and I went, it's the best script I ever read.
What if saving your future meant destroying your past? What if a teenager's mistake could erase his entire existence? Back to the Future wasn't just a time travel comedy. It was a perfect storm of Hollywood magic that almost never happened. These are 20 weird facts you didn't know about Back to the Future.
Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic.
Number 1, Eric Stoltz was almost Marty. For 5 weeks, Eric Stoltz was Marty McFly. The serious dramatic actor had filmed major scenes, bonded with the cast, and seemed locked into the role that would define a generation. But something felt wrong. Director Robert Zemeckis and producer Steven Spielberg realized Stoltz was playing Marty like a dramatic character trapped in a comedy, missing the lightness that made the script work. The decision to replace him cost over $1 million and required reshooting everything. Stoltz was devastated, but his firing saved the franchise. Sometimes the most expensive mistakes become the most valuable decisions in Hollywood history. Number 2, the DeLorean choice. The time machine almost wasn't a car at all. Original scripts featured a refrigerator as the time travel device, with Doc Brown wheeling it to Nevada nuclear test sites for power. But Zemeckis worried kids might climb into real refrigerators trying to time travel. The team needed something mobile, cool, and futuristic. John DeLorean's failed sports car company had just collapsed, leaving hundreds of stainless steel DMC-12s gathering dust. The gull-wing doors, brushed metal finish, and association with ambitious failure made it perfect. Ironically, a car that represented business disaster became cinema's most famous time machine, giving DeLorean immortality he never achieved in automotive history. Number 3, Ronald Reagan's real reaction. When President Reagan watched Back to the Future, he loved the joke about disbelief that an actor could become president. The line, "Ronald Reagan?" The actor became one of his favorites.
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan? The actor?
Reagan was so amused he stopped a 1986 State of the Union address to reference the film, telling Congress about the importance of science education and mentioning Doc Brown's time travel experiments. The White House requested multiple screenings for state dinners and staff events. Reagan's endorsement gave the film unexpected political cash, proving that sometimes the best publicity comes from the most powerful audience member in America. The president, who was once dismissed as just an actor, embraced the joke completely. Number 4, Michael J. Fox's impossible schedule. Fox wasn't available because he was contractually bound to Family Ties, filming 5 days a week. But Zemeckis refused to give up. They worked out an insane schedule. Fox filmed Family Ties from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., then raced to the Back to the Future, set for night shoots until dawn. He survived on 3 hours of sleep, coffee, and pure adrenaline for months. Weekends meant marathon, Back to the Future filming sessions. The schedule nearly broke him physically, but Fox's natural energy and comedic timing were worth the exhaustion. His commitment to both projects simultaneously created one of cinema's most beloved performances while maintaining television's highest-rated sitcom. Number 5, the Calvin Klein improvisation. When Lorraine discovers the unconscious Marty's underwear label and assumes it's his name, pure movie magic was born. The Calvin Klein moment wasn't scripted. It emerged from costume department practicality and Michael J. Fox's quick thinking. Wardrobe simply dressed Fox in period-appropriate clothes over modern underwear. When filming the bedroom scene, Fox improvised the confused reaction to being called Calvin. Writers loved the accident so much they built additional scenes around it, including Marty's later introduction as Calvin Klein from the East. Sometimes the best comedy comes from happy accidents that capture lightning in a bottle, proving improvisation often trumps carefully planned jokes. Number 6, Columbia Pictures' Cold Feet. studio executives at Columbia read the Back to the Future script and declared it dead on arrival. Internal memos called it unfunny, criticized the premise as too complex, and predicted audiences would reject time travel comedy. They passed, convinced the film would flop spectacularly. Universal Pictures picked up the project mainly because Steven Spielberg's involvement guaranteed distribution. Even Universal executives remained skeptical until test screenings proved them wrong. Columbia's rejection became legendary Hollywood folklore, the ultimate example of studio blindness to audience appeal. The film they dismissed as unmarketable became 1985's biggest hit, earning over $380 million worldwide and spawning a beloved franchise that still generates revenue decades later. Number 7, the Twin Pines/Lone Pine detail. One of cinema's most brilliant continuity Easter eggs happens in plain sight. When Marty first visits the Twin Pines Mall, the name time travel. Marty crashes the DeLorean through Old Man Peabody's farm, destroying one of those pine trees. When he returns to 1985, the mall has been renamed Lone Pine Mall, reflecting the timeline change he unknowingly created. This subtle detail rewards observant viewers while demonstrating how small actions ripple through time. Most audiences miss it entirely, but film scholars consider it a perfect example of how great screenwriting plants meaningful details that enhance repeat viewings and reward attention to continuity. Number 8, Christopher Lloyd's method acting. Christopher Lloyd refused to read the complete script, insisting on experiencing Doc Brown's confusion authentically. Lloyd only read pages for scenes being filmed that day, keeping himself genuinely surprised by plot developments. When Doc Brown seemed shocked by future revelations, Lloyd's reactions were real. He was discovering the story alongside his character. This unusual approach created authentic bewilderment that enhanced his performance. Lloyd stayed partially in character between takes, maintaining Doc's manic energy and scientific curiosity. His commitment to experiencing the story chronologically, rather than understanding the complete plot, gave Doc Brown a genuine sense of discovery that audiences felt. Method acting rarely involves deliberately staying ignorant, but Lloyd proved confusion could be a powerful performance tool. Number 9, the skateboard revolution. Marty McFly didn't just travel through time, he invented skateboarding 30 years early. The makeshift skateboard scene, where Marty escapes Biff by grabbing a scooter and kicking off the crate, required extensive choreography and stunt work. Professional skateboarders doubled for Michael J. Fox during complex maneuvers, while Fox handled simpler riding shots. The 1955 kids' amazement at this board without wheels captured real wonder at seeing impossible athletic feats. Zemeckis used the skateboard chase to demonstrate how future knowledge could seem like magic to past observers. Number 10, Huey Lewis's musical cameo. The ultimate insider joke involved Huey Lewis rejecting his own song. When Marty auditions for the school dance with The Power of Love, the lead judge dismissing him as too loud is Huey Lewis himself, the song's actual performer. Lewis composed Power of Love specifically for the film, but also wanted to appear on screen. The cameo was perfect meta-humor, the musician who created the song judging it harshly in the movie. Lewis's deadpan delivery of "I'm afraid you're just too darn loud" became a beloved moment for fans who recognized him. Number 11, the clock tower's real location. Hill Valley's iconic clock tower stands on Universal Studios' backlot, but its history spans multiple films and decades. The same courthouse set appeared in countless movies and TV shows, from classic westerns to modern comedies. Production designers modified the facade specifically for Back to the Future, adding the distinctive clock and period details. The building's versatility made it perfect for time travel. The same structure could believably exist in both 1955 and 1985 with minimal changes. Universal still offers tours showcasing the clock tower, which remains one of their most popular attractions. The set's enduring appeal proves that sometimes the best movie locations are the ones that feel real enough to visit, even when they're completely artificial constructions designed for maximum cinematic impact. Number 12. Crispin Glover's Weird Demands. Crispin Glover brought intense method acting to George McFly that bewildered everyone on set. Glover insisted on staying partially in character between takes, maintaining George's nervous mannerisms and awkward speech patterns throughout filming days. He demanded specific motivations for every line and gesture, treating the comic relief role like serious dramatic work. His unusual preparation methods included extensive character backstory development that went far beyond script requirements. While his commitment created memorable performance nuances, it also generated tension with other actors who preferred more relaxed approaches. Number 13. The flux capacitor inspiration. The flux capacitor, cinema's most famous fictional time travel device, was born in a bathroom stall. Screenwriter Bob Gale was sitting in a restaurant restroom when he envisioned the Y-shaped device that would make time travel possible. He grabbed napkins and sketched the three-pronged design that would become iconic. The inspiration came from thinking about what time travel might look like visually, something that suggested energy flowing in multiple directions simultaneously. Production designers refined Gale's napkin sketch into the elaborate console piece that Doc Brown dramatically reveals. Number 14. The 88 miles per hour magic number. The DeLorean's time travel speed wasn't chosen randomly. 88 miles per hour provided perfect cutscenes, visual drama for digital displays. The number looked impressive on the car's speedometer and created rising tension as Marty accelerated toward the magic threshold. 88 also represented pushing beyond normal highway speeds without being impossibly fast for a sports car. The digits looked futuristic on LED readouts while remaining believable for 1980s automotive technology. More importantly, 88 miles per hour gave audiences a concrete goal to anticipate during chase sequences. Instead of vague, faster, faster urgency, viewers could track exact progress toward time travel activation. Number 15. Sid Sheinberg's Nike product placement. Universal executive Sid Sheinberg's obsession with Nike sneakers created one of cinema's most memorable product placements. Sheinberg insisted that futuristic shoes appear prominently in any sequel, convinced that Nike represented the pinnacle of athletic footwear innovation. His demands influenced costume design and plot development, ultimately leading to the self-lacing sneakers that became Part 2's most coveted prop. Nike embraced the partnership, eventually creating limited edition replicas for charity auctions. Sheinberg's product placement instincts proved prescient. The Nike shoes became more memorable than many paid advertisements. Number 16. The Enchantment Under the Sea dance. Recreating 1955's musical landscape required navigating complex rights negotiations and period authenticity demands. The production team researched actual high school dances from the era, studying photographs, interviewing participants, and consulting music historians about appropriate songs and arrangements. Securing rights to period-accurate music proved expensive and legally complicated, requiring negotiations with multiple record labels and publishing companies. The band performances needed to look authentic while serving plot requirements, balancing historical accuracy with dramatic necessity. Choreographers studied 1950s dance styles to ensure student background performers moved authentically. Number 17. Steven Spielberg's executive protection. Steven Spielberg's producer involvement provided crucial protection from studio interference that could have destroyed the film's creative vision. Spielberg's industry clout meant executives couldn't demand arbitrary changes or second-guess directorial decisions without risking valuable relationships. His presence in meetings gave Zemeckis and writers confidence to resist studio notes that would have compromised the story's integrity. Spielberg also provided practical support, sharing special effects resources and technical expertise from his other productions. Most importantly, His reputation guaranteed distribution and marketing support regardless of studio executives' personal opinions about the film's commercial prospects. Number 18. The photo fading effect. Creating Marty's disappearing photograph required ingenious practical effects long before digital manipulation existed. The production team used heat-sensitive film techniques, carefully controlled lighting, and multiple exposure methods to achieve the gradual fading effect. Each stage of the photograph's deterioration was planned and filmed separately, then composited together to create seamless transitions. The effect required precise timing and multiple takes to synchronize the visual disappearance with Michael J. Fox's increasingly panicked performance. Number 19. Box office time travel. Back to the Future became summer 1985's unexpected champion, defeating Rambo, First Blood, Part 2, Cocoon, and other heavily promoted blockbusters. The film opened modestly, but gained momentum through word-of-mouth recommendations and repeat viewings. Audiences connected with its optimistic tone during a summer filled with darker, more violent entertainment options. International box office performance exceeded all projections, proving the story's universal appeal transcended cultural boundaries. The success surprised industry analysts who had predicted science fiction fatigue after previous year's disappointments. Number 20. The trilogy that wasn't planned. The famous to-be-continued ending was added as an afterthought, never intended to promise actual sequels. Zemeckis and Gale wrote it as a joke, amusing themselves with the idea of future adventures they never planned to film. The line was meant to parody serial cliffhangers, not create genuine franchise obligations. But the film's massive success made sequels inevitable, forcing writers to expand their throwaway gag into a complete trilogy. They had to invent time travel rules, character arcs, and plot developments they'd never considered during original writing. The accidental franchise commitment taught them valuable lessons about casual promises to audiences. Back to the Future traveled from a rejected script to cinema's most beloved time travel story. It survived casting changes, studio skepticism, and decisive, impossible filming schedules to create something timeless. The film that almost never happened became the adventure that defined a generation. If you've ever wondered what moment in history you'd want to visit or change, drop a comment below. Hit that subscribe button and tell us what legendary tale we should uncover next.